So, you've watched all these videos on Colombia and now you're in love. And you want to come here and it's on your bucket list and you purchase a ticket to come to Medellin or Cartagena. But let me put you on some game before you get here. These are 4 common mistakes people make. First common mistake, relying on credit cards and debit cards. Colombia is a place where a lot of cash transactions happen. Let me explain it to you. So if you're going to a hotel, if you're going to a restaurant and stuff like that, you can use a credit card and debit card, no problem. But if you go into these little local streets and you're trying to get something to eat and stuff like that, it's all cash, everything. And also ATM fees. There's different tiers of Bank of Colombia, BBVA, all these things, and they have different fees. Your fees can go from around $3 to $5 American. That doesn't seem a lot. But when you're taking out money over and over again, and in your trip, you might spend $100 just on the fees alone. So if you can, take out money in your home country. Go to a foreign exchange at the airport, get a little bit of cash on you. And when you're in the sea, look for BBVA Bank. As of right now, they have the lowest transaction fees when it comes to ATM withdrawals. Let's go to mistake number 2. Fellas, I know it's very important to feel good and feel confident by the way you dress and the stuff we have, but being too flashy in Colombia gonna get you in trouble. Let me explain. You have now come to a foreign country where you have your jewelry on, your iPhone 14 just flashing around here, and you don't look like the people who live here. So what does that mean? 1, people are gonna be like, oh, he a gringo, prices go up. 2, the girls are gonna look at you like, oh, he a gringo, I'm gonna get his money. 3, the people who do organized crime are gonna look at you like, oh, he a gringo, I'm gonna get his money. So the moral of the story, if you don't want your money gone, don't look like you got a bunch of money. We have a saying out here, if you look like a lick, you are a lick. Common mistake number 3, relying on taxis. Bro, there is nothing wrong with taxi people, okay? I'm not saying all taxi people are bad, but for my own safety and for your safety, I always tell people to use Uber. There's an app here called InDriver because you can see who's bringing you to what destination. And there's Pickup. Pickup is cool. You go to the back of a motorcycle and it's really cool. Anyways, being in a tourist area, taxi drivers are good at taxi you. They're gonna be like, hey, taxi. Something that is gonna cost you 10,000 pesos, it's gonna end up costing you 60,000 pesos for the same destination. So what I would say, use these apps. But in certain areas like Cartagena on the coast, they do not have Uber and stuff like that. So you gotta use your street smarts in that situation. You gotta know how much that taxi usually costs to get to that area and then negotiate. So I'll tell you a quick story. I was in Santa Marta going from my hotel to the airport. So I called the taxi, they pull up downstairs. I asked the guy how much it's gonna be. He told me 40,000. I said, no, papi, I only have 20,000. And he said, can you do 25? I was like, all right, cool. So you gotta be street smarts with it, so they won't hustle you. And the common mistake that every gringo guy makes when he comes here, number 4, relying on Tinder. Guys, this is the 4 things that can happen to you when you rely on Tinder. 1, you gonna get catfish. That shorty might not look like what she says she gonna look like. 2, you might get got in the sense where she's coming, she has a plan for your pockets to get emptied. 3, that person wants a long-term relationship and you're here for the weekend and you might just ruin it, and they from here, so you know what I mean. 4, you might have a really good time. So this is how you do it. The truth is, you can go on Tinder and you probably find a good girl, but you gotta go weed through a bunch of them. And this is like experience for being here for a while. I always say the best place to find a good girl is where good girls hang out. I can't give away too many of my secrets, might be another video, but we always say, go to the place where the gringos are not at, where the tourists are not at. Go to the local clubs, go to that kind of stuff, and you're gonna find an actual girl that's great in everything. So there you have it, guys. 4 common mistakes to avoid. I hope these tips work out for you, because if I knew these before I got here, I would have been so much blessed. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all those buttons. And if you want to connect with me, hit me on Instagram. I'm around. Love you guys. Peace.